Hello everyone, my name is Ethan and welcome to episode 2 of my road to 1600 ELO on chess.com. Let's hop straight into it. So we're still in theory at the moment. This is a common blunder, actually. E5. Bishop takes g2. They take. We take here. So we'll pin the knight, and now we're still threatening the same concept, which is two attackers on a single piece, or sorry, defended by a single piece. Okay. I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to do here. I think I may be out of theory at this point. Takes, captures. Still pretty big pawn center. I think it'd be hard to find an immediate advantage to that. Yeah. Just because that he can break that pin sometime soon, and I may not be able to take advantage of it later. So we'll look to castle, d6, knight b to d7. This pin is very common in a lot of these positions. Okay. d6, e5. Is fine. Probably look for knight b to d7 and then e5. Close, down, f5. maybe something similar to that. Okay. Oh, I guess that way if he comes here, there, takes, queen takes, is a little bit suspicious. But I still think we're okay here. We can do this, sidestep the queen, either just c8 or e8. No, I think we're fine. We will need to get that e5 in if this pin comes, I think. So e5. I mean, what's the threat here? Here, push. Push. Takes. Something like that. I can also look to play this first. Here. Doesn't look like it makes sense, actually. I can consider this, but I am worried about that push. Here, push, takes. Here, there, here, push, takes. Can come down here if he wants. There, push. I don't know, weird position. But I don't like the idea of just getting closer, so we're gonna go with it. If knight here, we'll play e5. Okay. Here. Takes. We would need to sidestep this way. Takes. Knight takes is an interesting thought. Okay, so we don't even need to think about it. That's great. Takes. Doesn't look like my bishop can, or my knight can escape, honestly. Takes. Probably back. If back here, no, he'd take. There, takes. If he comes back here, all we have is that check, takes. Nothing super solid about that, honestly. I'm a little bit worried about this, because if they pin there, here, if there, here, takes, starts feeling a little bit scary. If here, just doesn't feel like I have too much to do over here, honestly. But you have to play to the needs of the position, so that's what we'll do. I am wondering if in this position it would be best to force as many trades as possible. I don't really have any clear decisive advantage except for the fact that his king isn't castled and these double pawns here. I was thinking that if I could go here and then bishop takes, queen takes on a6, that might provide some amount of counterplay needed here. Okay, attacking here, potentially looking to move in here. Okay. I assume this is the idea here. Looking for that check. Check, takes, bishop takes, queen takes. I don't have to take though. I also kind of like the idea of sacking here. Sack, takes. Yep, difficult position for sure to know what to do here. Oh, such a natural feeling move to me though. Takes. If they move here, we move here. Check. I move out of the way. They can't take that. I just need to decide if I feel like there's enough counterplay there. Problem is, takes. They can take here now. Okay. So look for this, that. Consider this move. Don't really like it because of the weakness that it creates on the dark squares. Here, they can immediately play there. I have to move here. I think this is the right move. Okay, so I did miss a move that they could make here. I didn't see that. So check. I move here. Where do they go? They want to take here, but they don't really have the means to take there. Because as soon as they do, I take. So I don't need to worry about that. Let's go ahead and find a way to defend that pawn. That check would be very, very nasty. Here, check. Here. And then we can look to play this and whatnot. I think we're doing okay here still, but definitely an odd position that I'm not super comfortable with. Okay. Here, bishop takes. Rook takes. Knight moves in for check, maybe. We would need to step up because of that. I am also worried about this, and then moving down here. Then looking for that. there. I think that's the move that needs to be played. Maybe not, though. Who knows? This person's 1625, so they're a significant opponent, no doubt. Here takes there. Here. Takes here. Whoa. Takes. Queen comes down, we just take it. Yeah, this game got way too crazy, way too quickly. If here, probably just automatically going here. If they scoot down, oh, then we just take, because the knight's not defending it anymore. Okay. Okay. Here, there, all right, we have to find some counterplay here. Takes. Where's the threat? Is the threat coming here? As soon as you're there, I'm taking that. Yeah, I gotta get my pieces involved somehow. They're not doing anything right now. Here, there, takes. Oh, jeez. Takes. Or takes. Probably here, looking to reconnect my knights afterwards. We have lots of pawns. Yeah, something I definitely did not consider was this intermezzo check. Check. Here. Takes. He can put a pawn right there. I guess in the end we would have some way to fight back with f6. Yep. Now, is it better to be here or better to be here? This feels slightly more accurate to me. Pawn takes. We'll develop the knight. Discovered on his knight. He moves back with check. We move back down. And we drop the knight. Takes, push. Whoa. Okay, do we go here? Do we go up? No check still. Crap. There. Check. We'll scoot over. No, check. Where do we go? If check, I guess we have to come this way. Okay. There. Push. Here. There. Check. Yeah, I moved too fast there probably. I think that's it. Okay. Yeah, I think we kind of have to do that. Now, where do we go from here? Okay. I mean, he's in a completely winning position here. He just needs to do something. But I mean, he's just playing waiting moves, it seems. What a weird game. I think he may have just blundered horribly. Here, we'll move up. I may still very well be lost in this position, but it does feel like he got a little bit careless and just wanted to make me run out of time, that he didn't play moves that were forcing enough to just win. And I also think he had a threefold repetition there that he could have played if he wanted to. Okay, how do I get over there? There. Check. Check. Back. Check. Okay. Alright. Check here. We definitely have at least a perpetual here if we want it. That was a mistake, I think. Because now I can come down here, grab that pawn. I'm going to play this first. Because if I can convince him to go down here, then I get the rook and the pawn, which is obviously beneficial. I mean, it's just an extra piece. So we'll take here. We're threatening the rook now. We'll be looking to just keep marching another pawn down there. And he dropped the rook. Tough game for him. It was tough for me the entire game except for the end there. So we are now up to 15-19. Let's go ahead and review that. That was a very long game. He played with 69.3% accuracy. I played with 72.5%. Yeah, but I didn't know, I didn't know what to do in this situation. But then I was worried about this. But I guess I just immediately take, so it's fine. Gotcha. Okay. Completely missed that. Whoops. Oh my goodness, I missed a free queen. I was definitely in time trouble at that point. 12 seconds in, so I get it, but man, that's brutal. And I could have just, no, I couldn't have. Wow, I don't know anymore, honestly. Crazy game. And then he made some funky moves. I guess just trying to get me to run out of time. And for some reason, something clicked in my head, and I knew that if he took that pawn after I pushed that, or that knight after I pushed the G pawn, that it was going to be too late. Oh, maybe I didn't know that. I thought I knew that, but it must not have been the case. I guess he really didn't want a perpetual there, but as soon as he did that, it's over. Yeah, very tough game. I'm happy to have won there. Quick shout out to my girlfriend. She made the thumbnail for this video. It's very kind of her. And thank you to everyone for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope to catch you all in episode number 3.